Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christy Cole Artistry, and tonight I'm going to be working on a 24 by 18 level 1 canvas. I'm going to use a black background, and I am going to be making what I'm going to call a sunburst. I'm going to be using some of the same colors that I used in this painting, which is my fire painting that's on my website, and this painting, which was just a little 10 by 10 painting that I called Fall Burst, and this one is also on my website. So, but these are some of the oranges, yellows, and magentas that I'm going to be using tonight. So, I'm going to go ahead and flood the canvas, and then I'll bring you down. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've flooded the canvas. I just mixed up this black paint, so it's a little bit bubbly. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the bubbles. But first I wanted to show you that I am using Flow Acrylic, and this is an old white bottle, but I mixed my black in this bottle. So it's just the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic black. And then I've made up 2 squirt bottles to make sure that if my sides end up uncovered, I can go ahead and squirt around there. Right now they're covered nicely. We'll see what happens when the bubbles get popped. I see spots already popping up here that aren't covered all the way. So I'm going to run a little quick bead there. And then I'm going to pop the bubbles. Let's pop the bubbles. And then we will get to talking about the colors for this sunburst. And when I said sunburst, I know a lot of people think it's going to be a sunburst in a blue sky, but I'm talking about a sunburst up in the upper atmosphere, you know, outer space type sunburst. So it's on a black background. And what I'm going to try to do, sorry, lots of bubbles. What I'm going to try to do is I simply want, I want black space up here, and I want black space down here. So my goal is to start the sunburst on an arc, and I've marked my table with where I want it to go. So the top of my arc will go about here, and then go down to here. So this will be black, and then I'm going to blow it out from here. So we're going to see what happens. I've mixed up a lot of different kinds of paint, so I'll try to remember what brands they are, and then I'm just using up a bunch of old paint. So like I've got these little cups of paint that I'm going to use up, but I'll try to tell you what colors they are. So I'm going to start out with the reds and magentas on the bottom, and again I'm going to go in an arc so that I can blow it up like this so that it looks like fire this way. It's not going to be like the sun here and then bursting. I just want the effect of bursts like this. So we'll see what happens. So this first one I'm going to use is an Artist Loft Brilliant Magenta that I put in an old Ready Pour bottle. So I marked it on the top. Okay, so that's just the bottle, but there's the color. Can you see that? Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting a nasty glare off of this tonight. So, alright. So let's pull the boogers out of it first, because that was kind of stuck. So again, I'm going to try my best to do a nice arc. And I want this to go from top to bottom, leaving a little bit of black space in there, so I needed to have a lot of paint. Next one I'm going to do is my Quinacridone Magenta. I just put it in these squeeze bottles, so there you go. That'll be my next color, and I'm going to go kind of up a little bit higher with this one. Yeah. Next is going to be my, oh, I don't have the brand on here, sorry. It is just a red, I guess, that I had put in this old Fluid Art bottle. But it's this says True Red, but it's actually a red I had left over. So I wrote it on the top here. Alright, so we're going to put that on next. So this will be an actual red, because we know if we want it to look like fire, we need red. I gave that a good squirt. Then I'm going to move to my oranges. Now this one is actually my coral that is in my the original bottle, and this is just one of those ready pour fluid ones, and it's a coral color. So that'll be next. Okay, then I have what I'm calling pumpkin orange. Oh, having these cups, and I gotta untape them. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is a nice, pretty pumpkin-y orange, and that will be great with our fire. I'm going to give it a good dose of that because I want the orange in there. The next one is kind of a light orange or apricot color. So it's kind of a yellow orange, but it kind of looks apricot-y. So that'll be next. Okay. And then I'm going to put a yellow gold in there. And I'm not going to open the whole thing because I'm not going to use a lot of this, but I think you can see it. It's kind of a mustardy yellow. Okay. And then last I have this plain old yellow, it's called, and it's mixed with Floetrol and water. So this will be the bright yellow. I'm going to put a lot of that because I really want the yellow to go. And then, last but not least, I had some leftover canary yellow. So I'm going to put the canary yellow at the very top. Now, I'm hoping that this will do what I want, but I'm going to add a little bit more red because I see that my magenta is more prominent, and I would prefer the red was more prominent. So, don't know if this is going to work or not. I haven't tried anything like this, but the goal is to leave this black, leave some black up here, and give us sort of a burst effect. Alright, I am going to, I'm debating if I should use my blower attachment. I'm almost thinking I should go this way with it, but I'm going to take it off. I actually think I should take it off because I think it will be too wide with it on. And if I went this direction, I think it would be too narrow. So I'm just going to try the regular blow dryer. But I see a lot of, again, these are old paints that I had to add Floetrol and water to. So I see a lot of bubbles popping up, so I'm going to take care of those now. Because I usually forget. I'm going to do it now, and I saw some, yep, see a few bubbles popping up in my black again. So I'm going to take care of those now, especially on a white canvas with black paint. We don't want those popping up and causing white bubbles through there. Okay, so here's our colors, and wish me luck. I'm going to start on low because I do have this extra button here for extra power. The high would just blow it up, probably into you guys' faces, so we don't want that. And I already did that with the cabinet over there, so I don't want to do it again. It's a pain to clean up. Alright, so, and you guys are watching this on, should be on Tuesday. I'm doing this on late afternoon on Saturday. So I'll probably be doing another video right after this that then you'll see on next Saturday. You'll probably see it. So, alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I guess the low is not good enough. We're going to have to go high. Okay, other than a couple of splatters here that I'm gonna fix because they're in my black space here that I really wanted to keep. I think it looks kind of cool. A lot more pink in there than I wanted, but there's cells popping now, so I think I can manipulate the paint a little bit more to get more of this bursting effect, and then I think I might swing some of it down here as well. But first I want to clean up the extra little bubbles I see, which are actually popping other color in here, so this is going to be fun. So I'm going to, I hope you can see it, magentas are down here, needs a little more red though, but then you get the flame coming up here that I really wanted. Just missing it here, so I think by just pulling up some of this paint, I'm seeing those colors come back. So I'm gonna, oops, wipe that on my spatula. I am going to pull some of this off of here. See, you can already see. That's what I want, right there. Is I need to get rid of some of the overcover of the black and bring back some of the dark red that I really wanted. Oh yeah, that's what's going to do it. Okay, so let's just clean this up a little bit. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now we're getting it. See, sometimes you just gotta play with the paint a little bit to get it to do what you want on both sides. And we just gotta move some of the paint to make it look more bursty. Like that. Now we're getting it. So I know I told some of you about my allergies, and the nicer it gets outside, it seems like the pine pollen is getting bad again. But that's what happens in Minnesota. You got pine trees, you get pine pollen. It was blowing out of the trees. I think I told you guys this last video. It was blowing out of the trees and it looked like the trees were on fire, or, you know, like not on fire but smoking because it was so thick. You can see, if you look on YouTube, you can see the some of the videos that people took where one of them was a sheriff thought the trees were on fire, so he went to investigate and he realized that it was just a plume of the pollen that was coming out of the pine trees. It's kind of amazing. Okay, now I like this much better. So you see, sometimes, oh, that was me. Sometimes we have to play in the paint to get it to look the way we want it to. So again, I still want some more flame looking up here. This is looking nice down here. It's doing what I wanted it to, but I really wanted more up here. Yeah, like that. So I'm gonna give it a little more swoosh up here. And we know that the bursts off the sun aren't even. They're sort of random. So that's what we're doing. We're just randomly pulling some paint up to make it look as if it was bursting. And to take, because you can see where the darker colors are here, they'll stretch and they'll look good. But if I tried to take, like that one was a little too dark, there we go. So it didn't really flame up like I wanted it to because there just wasn't enough yellow paint. But they're not all perfect like that, so we'll just move on. Try to touch up stuff too much, you just mess it up. Excuse me. Okay, so I want to bring that up a little bit because it just seems to be missing over here. There's something about the coolness of the paint that's fun to play into. So what I see is the burst, you know, flames come down this way a bit, and then you've got the burst in here and the colors in here, and then the cells are growing, and then I've made some flames to go up, and now it's looking like I wanted. I wanted to keep this black. So I like it so far, but I think I'm almost missing some little bits of red in here. So I'm going to fiddle with that for a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you back down and show you the final paint. Okay, so here is the painting. Sorry about the lights, but you see what I was trying to do with the flames? I see you can, it looks like you see a lot of pink, but let me bring you down and you can see the red. This is actually a nice deep red. And then the yellows and the golds. And then where it goes up to where the flame parts are at the top with the cells. Look at all those cells. It's so pretty. And then we go down. And there's a lot of flame going on here. I'm gonna hold it back a little bit because even the purpley colors look pretty. It's kind of a pinky purple, but it looks kind of pretty. So here's what it looks like from the top, and I like the arch that I was trying to do. So it's sort of just like a burst out there. I really think it looks cool. So I'm going to let this dry, and this particular painting will probably get a couple of coats of really high gloss because it looks so nice with the shine right now. And I didn't use any metallic paints in here, so I want to keep the shine going. But doesn't that look nice? Let me know what you think. You like the arch effect? Did you like the color scheme? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And like I said, this painting I'm doing on Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, and you will see it on Tuesday. But I'm probably going to run one more video yet tonight if I have time. But you'll see next Saturday. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. This will be on my website in about a week or two after everything's dry. Alright, take care. Bye.